For this reason, you shouldn't take a bath before going to bed. Susiana always went to school without taking a bath until one day they sent a note informing her mother. Her mom, very angry, said she couldn't leave or go to bed until she bathed. Susiana locked herself in the bathroom, turned on the hot water, and sat on the toilet watching shows on her phone. After hours, Susiana reluctantly showered. When she tried to leave, heavy steam made it impossible to see. She searched for the tap to turn off the water but couldn't find it. She tried to open the door, but the wood had swollen from the steam and it was stuck. Susiana screamed, but no one heard her. The heat and steam kept increasing so much that everything started to melt. The next day, her mother opened the bathroom door, never expecting to be terrified by what she saw. That's why you shouldn't go to school. Melissa Merlucia was the smartest in class. Her classmates disliked her because she always got straight A's and excelled at everything. Antonella Ratonella, the meanest and most popular girl in the class, found out that Melissa Merlucia was using artificial intelligence to do her homework. Immediately, Antonella Ratonella threatened her, tell her how she avoided getting caught or be reported. With the principal, Melissa Merlucia agreed and told her that she used a secret website on the deep web that did the homework for her. Melissa Merlucia made her promise to keep quiet, but Antonella Ratonella secretly recorded her as evidence. When she tried to escape to accuse her, Melissa Merlucia locked her in the classroom closet, unaware there was no air inside. The next day, a strange smell appeared, but no one noticed since it blended with the usual classroom odor of farts and bad breath. That's how the teachers kept giving classes next to a corpse forever. That's why you shouldn't clean your room. Clarissa Repisa lived in absolute disorder. Her room smelled bad and was full of papers and dirty clothes. One day her mother tried to clean, but an angry flying cockroach attacked her. She warned her to clean up right away or she couldn't go out with friends and would lose her phone for a year. Clarissa Repisa knew her mother kept promises, so she quickly began tidying up. She gathered laundry, swept, made the bed, and cleaned nonstop. After hours, Clarissa Repisa left her room spotless with clean clothes folded and everything in place. She called her mother, but when she opened the door, everything began to creak and shake. The room was so clean that the cockroaches left in search of dirt. There were so many of them, they had supported the room's foundations for years. That's how everything collapsed, leaving Clarissa Repisa and her mother trapped among the rubble and clean clothes forever. For this reason, you shouldn't buy fake nails online. Josefina Jaquelina was a fan of any influencer who was fashionable. One day, she saw that one of her favorites had launched her own brand of fake nails, so without hesitation, she rushed to buy them. Upon returning, Josefina Jaquelina realized she forgot to buy glue and would need to go out again. She entered her father's workshop and took some industrial super glue used as adhesive. She applied the nails to one hand and within an hour had finished both hands as the glue dried. And Josefina Jaquelina realized the serious mistake she had made. Whenever she tried to grab something, it fell. When she scratched her head, her long nails got tangled in her hair. Josefina Jaquelina couldn't eat, drink, or use her phone because she was busy trying to untangle her nails from her long hair. Forever. That's why you shouldn't enable her. Love her? Candelaria Contraria was the only one in the group without a boyfriend. Her friends only talked about kisses, dates, and gifts. One day, tired of feeling left out, she decided to create a fake boyfriend with artificial intelligence and spent all day posting about him on social media. Candelaria Contraria became very popular and everyone envied her. So she started to fall in love and believe that her boyfriend really existed, Candelaria Contraria. She started acting strange and getting angry because he didn't give her gifts, stood her up on dates and didn't reply to her messages, pretty much just like a real boyfriend. She suspected he was cheating on her with a friend, so she invited them over and confronted them. They had already realized that her boyfriend was fake. Very much in denial, Candelaria, upset, told them to shut up and that both of them were very S. The light went out and when it returned, both were tied to a chair. That's how they ended up trapped in Candelaria's house, while she wandered around with the truth. They got a 10, but then the teacher asked them to explain the assignment aloud without reading from their papers. Florencia Vaganza and her classmate were left speechless and felt so embarrassed that they ran out of the classroom and locked themselves in the bathroom, waiting for it to pass. The embarrassment, but it was so much that they preferred to stay there, locked in forever. For this reason, you shouldn't wear your friend's clothes. Pamela Panquequela spent all day with her best friend Marcela Sartanella. They would just lie around doing nothing, gossiping and criticizing their other friends, but when Pamela Panquequela was alone, she was overcome with envy. She couldn't stand seeing the photos and videos that Marcela Sartanella posted on social media flaunting her wealth. She dreamed of being like her, but she was very poor and above all, too lazy to get to work. One night they had a sleepover, and while her friend was sleeping, Pamela Panquequela took the opportunity to steal a beautiful polka dot dress that she had in her bag. The next day, she wore it on her date with the boy she liked. Everything was fine until she suddenly felt an unbearable itch all over. She went to the bathroom but still didn't know what was happening. What she didn't know was that in reality her friend wasn't rich. She used special effects to make the videos she posted on social media and lived in a dirty abandoned house. At that moment, Pamela Panquequela realized that the polka dots on the dress weren't polka dots, they were mouse droppings. That's how all the cats in the neighborhood smelled it and chased her through the streets of the whole city forever. For this reason, you shouldn't do your homework at 3 in the morning. Antonella Desastrella was known as the most absent-minded student at school. She often forgot her books at home and sometimes even forgot to study. The teacher asked for the best summary of the library's longest book with a trip to Disney as the prize. That night, Antonella Desastrella got to work, but she quickly got distracted and started watching funny videos on her computer. When she realized it was already 3 in the morning, at that moment, she quickly made the summary with ChatGPT. Antonella Desastrella presented the assignment the next day and won immediately. Very excited, she couldn't believe that she would finally get to see Disney. That's when the teacher started laughing out loud. He had played a prank on them and the trip didn't exist. They got so angry they rushed the teacher, robbed him, and went to Disney with his money. Before leaving, they locked the door so no one could see him, trapping him in a filthy, lice-infested classroom with gum stuck everywhere forever.